Good evening, this is Cindy with CNC DIY Factory. Here to bring you a really cute craft. It's a spooky craft night on Thursday. So join me and let me know you're here. If you're catching me on the replay, please type in #replay so I know you're here. I'm going to find myself here on my page. See where I'm at. Let me know if where you're from. This is your first time watching. This is like my second live ever, so this is exciting. We are in the Kansas City, Missouri area, and we are really enjoying crafting and creating things with our laser. This is a frame that we made, and I'm not finding myself on the page. Let's see if I can find it. Say hello when you're here. Well, hello Amanda, how are you? Thanks for joining. I'm not sure how I found myself. How's your week going, Amanda? So tonight I am, oh, thank you. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I worked on that last night and had a lot of fun with that Witchin' Hour paper. Yeah, so I've got that here, this one right here. So yeah, I really like that. This is another frame that I cut on the laser. Trying out some different hinges or kickstands. So tonight I've got a different one. I'm using a spindle tonight for the kickstand. So just kind of messing with them, seeing which one I like, and still trying to find myself here on Facebook so I can read comments better, because I can't read them very well on my phone. So I've been trying to get caught up on everything that IOD came out with some awesome products this time. I've been pouring resin casts and just having a lot of fun with that. And I'm not finding it. So I'll just keep going. I can't find me on Facebook, so oh well. So this is a big frame that I cut out. And it came as the cutouts. It's an interchangeable frame. So it has a hole in the back so you can push out the center once you have it together. And then you can change out your picture. But I didn't like the way it sat in there, so I adjusted it and created some spacers that I'm going to put in here. And give it a little bit of depth in the frame so that it'll set in there nicer. And because this one wouldn't set in, so I had to actually stick fast or glue that in there. But this is also an interchangeable. But so if I do this one again, I'm going to have to put inserts in here to make it a little bit deeper so that the picture can sit in there nicely. Oh, thank you. I'm having a lot of fun with these. My daughter Haley asked if I could make some for her with my granddaughter, granddaughters and grandson, so that she can have them for Halloween. So I'm going to try to adapt these to have like a pumpkin or a witch's hat or something like that on there, and see if I can make it for seasons and see, change out the pictures. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to do a crackle effect. So I'm going to paint all of these pieces black, and I'm going to use DIY little black dress. I'll get out my brush here. So I'm just going to quickly throw a coat of paint on here. I like the DIY paint. It is a chalk paint, or it's a clay-based paint. It has 9 ingredients in it, so it's very eco-friendly. It's no VOCs, none of that. It doesn't smell. It is 100% natural. I like having it in these little jars as opposed to the containers, because these I can dip into and use it quickly enough to where you can't, you don't run the risk of contaminating it. Crackle, yay, yeah. I've been kind of experimenting with a couple of different crackle mediums. I love the Pentart Fine Line crackle. It is a 2-step crackle, but with that you have to seal it with a solvent-based sealer, and that's pretty stinky stuff. It's pretty, and it takes longer. So tonight I'm going to use a different product that I found at Hobby Lobby. So it's easily accessible for everybody. So I'm just going to throw a coat of black on here so that it will dry. I'm going to put some white, the crackle on it, and we're going to crackle it with white. Excuse me. And then I'm probably going to do like a varnish over, or actually it's a glaze over top of it to give it some age and make it look really old. So with this mechanism, I only have to do one side because it'll be glued down. Scoot this over here. How's your week been going, Amanda? You have a good week? I am still trying to recover from Wisconsin. It was such an experience up there with Sonnet's Vintage Soul Creative Retreat and Market. Met so many wonderful people. Had an absolute wonderful time. I wasn't ready to leave. Busy. Hi Emily, how are you tonight? Thanks for joining. This is a frame that I cut out on my laser machine, and we're going to do some crackle and use one of Connie Line's rice papers in it. I think somebody had said to Connie that there were like 400 women just squealing when they opened their Sonnet's Maker's Box because of that paper. I think she was right. I know I squealed. No, I was so happy. It was definitely one of my favorites that I've been able to use. That over there to dry. Good thing about DIY paint, it dries very, very quickly. So this will be dry before I get all of it done, I think. Bad sleep? Yeah. Hi April, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. Yeah, I don't sleep well when I travel. I think we all just get used to what we have at home, right? So I'm just going to get this covered real quick with the little black dress from DIY, and then we'll put some crackle medium on it, and it'll dry while we move on to the rice paper. I created a smaller frame like this a little while ago, and yeah. Oh yeah, I got it, Emily. I got the paper at the retreat, and I'm so excited to use it. April, you're still spinning? So am I. It's been, it was quite a weekend. Absolutely loved it. So, funny thing, I've been trying to do live videos on Facebook pretty much all year. And the funny thing is that every time I try to get myself to go live, something in my house with regards to water will break. It was crazy. It was months of it, and it started in January. I don't know why it was happening like that, but it was. Somebody was saying that I manifested it. I probably did, but yeah. Started with our master shower. Talked about going live. The master bathroom shower broke. Had to fix that. Then the gutters around the house. They about fell off the house because they rotted, and I didn't know that there was issues. So we had to take care of that. The day that was done, that was a fiasco in and of itself. The day that was done, I ran up to the painted tree where we were in the process of putting in our second booth, and I get home and the water heater busted, and there was water flowing everywhere in the garage and in the basement, and it was like, one thing after another. Yeah, don't mention going live. We've changed it to, we're going to do a real event. And it seemed to have worked because, however, last night I was talking about going live today. Now my bathroom stool won't stop running. I think Chris fixed that today before he had to go to work, but it's like, okay, I'm going to stop. I can't talk about it anymore. Okay, so I am going to use this Deco Art weathered wood. I've only used it a couple of times. I need a studio outside the house. I have two very talkative dogs that like to bark. I have two dogs too, so I'm hoping they're going to behave and not give us a bunch of commentary. So yeah, I'm going to use this weathered wood. This is already dry. This dries really quick too. You just put on you got to use a dry, clean brush. And just paint it on. And once it's dry, then you can put your top color on, your contrasting color. So yeah, we got the water heater fixed, and then was talking about going live again. and the basement flooded from 3 days of rain. It was like, oh my goodness. So I had to take a break for a little while before I decided to go live again. Give the house a rest. Hi, April, I have a frame here that I cut on my laser, and so I'm going to get it all painted up and crackle it, and we are going to use Connie's rice paper and put it in the the center of the frame. Hi, Jane. You love this story? So, yeah, we were talking about that in Wisconsin, weren't we, Jane? You had told me that I had manifested it. I told that to Chris, and he says, well, I told you that too. So this is the back kickstand. It's in a spindle shape. I really like this shape. I think it's I think it's cute. So I got this, I bought this file, and I've adjusted it a couple of different ways. First of all, it came in a much smaller size, so I enlarged it so that I could fit this bigger piece of rice paper in it. And then I also added some spacers in it so that it will, the insert will sit down in it a little bit better. Oh, thank you, April. Yeah, this is my second live, and I did one 2 weeks ago, and then last week we were in Wisconsin. I was going to try to do just a quick jump on live there, but wow, after the first day of Thursday was the VIP, where we all got to meet all the creatives there, and then do a barn quilt with Sonnet. By the time we got back to the hotel, I was wiped out. So I'll show you the paper that I'm going to use in just a minute. It's one of my favorites that Connie has painted. And I've been wanting to get this one, so I was so glad it was there up in Wisconsin at Sonnet's retreat. For those that you might not know, my husband his name is Chris, and he is the other half of CnC DIY Factory. He's actually at work, but so the name CnC came from Chris and Cindy. I feel like I'm speed crafting. They did go fast, didn't they, Jane? They were a lot of fun. I saw your Friday walk-in chat with Royce today. That was great. It was super packed, April. It was a lot of fun. I'm just so thankful to be around like-minded individuals who love to craft as much as I do and are so inspiring. Okay. Oh, I've got to do that side too. Got to do these three little pieces that are the connectors in the back for the kickstand, and then we can move on to the paper. I was thinking of doing white swan over top of this to give the crackle, the black crackle come through. What do you guys think I should do? Once you see the paper, let me know what you think. I'm holding you in suspense. You gotta stay and see it. The next ginger chick. That is truly a compliment. Thank you. I love watching her. Yeah, Jane, I saw that you were going to be at Royce's retreat. That is wonderful. That's so exciting. Yeah, I saw the video location as well, Amanda. That it looks really, really nice. Very nice. Okay, I think I'm done with that. I need another wipe. Get my fingers all sticky. Okay, you ready for the reveal of the paper that I'm using? Okay, I don't want to get the paper messed up. I got to get this stuff off. That's sticky. Okay, here it is. Ta-da! I love this one. So this is going to go on here. We're going to decoupage this on. So white on top of the frame with some antiquing glaze over it. I think that might look really good. So we'll try that. But this is the paper. And don't ask me the name. I don't know what the name of it is. I don't know what the name of it is. So I'm gonna do crinoline from DIY. Yes, I love Connie's papers. I love the fact that we got to learn 2 crafts from her. Have 2 classes with her this past weekend. I'm going to use crinoline. I don't want to use white. I think I want it to stay a little more muted behind there, but not so much as the brown with the wood. So I'm going to just try the crinoline behind it. I want to keep that grayish, brownish background. Yeah, I never get phone calls. I hope you can still see me. You can get Connie's paper, they're Connie lines. I think is what it's called. But she has several retailers throughout the country that you can order it. Oh, good. You can still see it. I was just going to ask you if you could. Thank you, Amanda. Okay. I'm going to dry this real quick so that we can put some decoupage gel on there. It's almost dry. Okay, I think that's dry. Let that cool down for just a second. So this is the paper that I used last night on one of the smaller frames that I cut. And I was saying earlier that I had to glue this piece in. It's supposed to be interchangeable, but I had to glue it in because at the depth of this, I didn't like how that sat in there and it could pop out easily. So I went ahead and glued that in there. So on this frame here, I decided to do a little bit of a design change today, and I added some oh, I just went blank. I added these to go on the inside to lift it up. Wow. What did I call it before, Amanda? I can't even think of it. Now this is going to fit just perfectly on the edges, and I'll have to trim a little bit from the top and the bottom. But I think I will do that after I have decoupaged it down. I'm just going to crease the edges here so I know where I want it to go around the insert. You call that crafting fog. Yeah. I've been losing my train of thought a lot, and then weird things just start coming out of my mouth, and I'm like, where did that come from? I don't know why I said that. So I'm going to try not to do that tonight, because I tend to beat myself up for days after that, going, why did I say that? Where did that come from? So I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to do a starter strip with the decoupage medium, and I am using the DIY liquid patina crystal clear chandelier to put this rice paper down. So I'm going to do a starter strip, and I'm going to do it a little heavier than what you might for decoupage paper, because this rice paper is thick, and it takes a little bit more to get into the fibers of it. And then I'm going to go over the top of it with my brush that still has some decoupage medium on it. I'm going to put a little bit more. I have found that if you do it this way, for me, the two decoupage mediums kind of meet in the middle of the rice paper and help to adhere it to the surface better. Just what I found. Wrapping Christmas present. You're always losing your scissors, your glue gun, and Yep. Yeah, I am probably I will agree, April. I do believe that I am my worst critic. in most things in life. Just crazy. I don't, with the rice paper, I don't spray it with water. With the decoupage paper, I do, but I don't with the rice paper. Yeah, I like the crinoline behind this. It's bringing out more of the tan in the rice paper. Almost got it done. So did you find, did you guys find any other papers that you like of Connie's? I got the female cardinal. Absolutely love that. And you don't see female cardinals out there at all, ever. I don't anyway. And so I love it when there's the male and the female colors of the cardinals. Yeah, her bird papers are great. Okay. I think I moved too quickly because these are not quite dry yet. They're drying up. They're a little tacky. That's okay. I'm going to dry this real quick and then we will sand it. The chickadee papers, yeah. I'm also going to try to get back on my laptop so I can see your comments better because I can't see it. On my phone very well. I hope that's not too loud. So I think this is probably going to be my last fall and Halloween craft. I'm probably going to start moving on to Christmas. Not too loud? Great. Because I do want to use that inlay, that pumpkin inlay from IOD. I don't know if I'm going to get to it this year or not, but I thought that pumpkin inlay was just fantastic. I'm going to try to get back on here on my laptop and see if I can find find me online, because it's easier to see with these old eyes. I don't know if I can do it this time. I don't know how I did it last time. It just popped up. I'm still learning this whole Facebook thing. The whole live. I watched videos on how to do it, and I have two booths, April. I have a vintage and thrift flip booth, and then I also have a booth that has mostly craft items like that we cut on our laser and I put together with kits. I don't have an online yet. I'm working on getting my website put up. Have my domain, but I don't have the website put up yet. But I'm also looking to do YouTube videos and craft fairs. Still working on getting both of those things put together as well. So, yeah. Okay, I think that's dry. Here's my finger sander. Okay, hopefully this won't be loud. Shaking the table though, isn't it? There's my puppies. She might come and see me. I have a black German Shepherd who is very, very smart, but very, very spoiled. And this dog sheds black hair all over the place. I mean, I could be, I have to sweep like every day because there's just clumps of it. And we take her to the groomer every 5 weeks and get her de-shed and nails clipped and all of that. But yeah, she's got these thick coat, several layers, I guess. Oh, you love German Shepherds? Yeah. Luna is a sweetheart. She is a sweetheart. Let's see. Amanda, you've never done a live? Oh, we're going to have to get you on live. You can come on with me. Oh, thank you. I will definitely be working on getting my YouTube up. My first video ever, I didn't think about it and hadn't. Yeah. Well, when I do my reels and I go back and I watch them and I realize, oh, I can't do that. I'm shaking everything. So that's kind of how I realized that because mine's attached to the table too. I think I need a better sandpaper. A spotted pity? Oh. I would love to see pictures. My dog shed so bad too. Hi, Janine. How you doing? Oh, 7 big dogs, April? Oh my gosh. Oh. Well, Janine, we have several ladies on here from the retreat that Chris and I went to last weekend, and we can all tell you it was an absolutely wonderful time. Miss you too, Janine. I want to hear about your trip to San Diego. Almost done. Oh, we did. We had a blast. I was saying a minute ago, I didn't want to come home. It was bittersweet to leave, to have it all ended, but I've got memories and I've got video and pictures, and it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, my nose is itching. I'm sorry. Oh, this is my boxer. She's 11 years old, and she's a sweetheart. Her name is June. Not the month of June, but Benny and June. She's actually my youngest daughter's dog. And funny story, when we went to get her 11 years ago, Abby said, I want to pick her out. And I said, okay, but I get to name her. You're exhausted, but you had a great time, Janine? Yeah. Yeah, that record project, well, you can't see them, they're up behind me, but yeah, they, all of them spoke volumes. It was wonderful. I'm in Kansas City. Eventually, yes, Amanda, I will be doing a subscription box. Like I said, I got to get my website and all of that put together, and before I can really focus on doing anything like that. So, what do you think? Looks pretty good? Should I do wax around the edge or should I leave it? You tell me. After 2 weeks, Janine, you were there for an extra week with Jim, weren't you? Yeah. 2 weeks, I think I'd be ready to come home too, but I don't know. Sign you up for that? Okay, I'll let you know. Let me know if I should put wax around it. Wax the edge, Janine says. Okay, darken the edge. Okay, let's do that. I'll use my DIY wax. One of my wax brushes here. Just like with their paint, you don't want to use the wax right out of the container because it is also 100% natural and you really don't want to contaminate it. So I just take a little bit and I put it right on the lid and dab into that. Yeah, I think you guys are right. Good call. What do you think? I like it. So did we decide on using white on the frame over top of the black to make the crackle? Yes, it'll show. The edges will show. So my plan was to use the white swan over top of the black crackle, and then use an antiquing glaze over top of that. Yeah, I like that. What do you think? You guys are so awesome. Thank you. Okay, we'll bring these back over because they are, well, there's little spots that are a little wet, but I think they'll be okay. So should we do white? April, you are very kind. Thank you. Thanks, Amanda. Ronnie's Chaotic Crafts. Thank you. Glad you joined us. Okay, I'm going to do white. Let's try white. See what it looks like. Now this crackle, this is the crackle that I use, the Weathered Wood by Deco Art. I also have the Pentart Fine Line Crackle 2-part system, but that takes much longer, and I didn't want to make you guys wait so long or watch so long. So I might try that one next time, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. The thing is with this is you want long strokes. You don't want to go short, and you don't want to go over top of it because it'll kind of mess up the crackle. This crackles, the last one that I did crackled really, really fast. So let's see how fast this one crackles. Oh, can you see the crackle already? Can you see that? Look how fast that crackled. Trying to be real gingerly with my brush strokes so that I'm not working it too hard. I have a heavy hand, so I have to be real careful about how hard I push on things. Yeah, I like the crackle too. So for those who are just joining, my name is Cindy, and I am with CNC DIY Factory. This is my second live, so thank you so much for joining. I cut this frame on my laser machine, and I did a little bit of, I bought the file. I'm learning how to create files and do my own designing, which is very fun, actually. I'm surprised at how much fun I'm having. It's very time consuming, but it's a lot of fun. So look at that crackle. You see that? I don't know if you can see. Yeah. So I bought this file and I modified it a couple of different ways. The first modification was I increased the size of it in order to account for the size of this rice paper. And then the second thing was with this one that I did last night, the insert kept popping out. It didn't, it's supposed to be interchangeable, but it didn't sit in there very well because the sides weren't deep enough. So I put inserts in here. So on this one, I created inserts to go in here between the frame and the backing to give it more depth. So I'm hoping that it will it'll seat in there nicely. We'll see how it goes. Might be an epic fail, and I'll have to go back to the drawing board. Look how fast that crackled. Before I could even finish painting it, it's so fast. See you, Jane. Thank you. It does crackle really, really well. You can find this Deco Art weathered wood crackle at Hobby Lobby. That's where I found it. I don't know if it's at Walmart or Michael's or anything like that. I generally don't look in that area for those things. I don't go to Michael's hardly ever. I tend to spend too much money when I go there. I saw, I posted something the other day that said, I'm going to have to stay inside today because outside costs like $300. It was just funny because it's so true. If I go out, I'm spending money. I think I'm going to be using this more often. I really like this crackle. It is so fast. My nose is itching. Does that mean somebody's thinking about you when your nose itches? I don't know. Now I am getting this on the sides a little bit, so once I get the whole thing put together, I will go back over it on the edges and clean that up. You can see where I got on the edge there. I'll go back through and clean all that up. Means you're going to kiss a fool? Where's Chris? He's at work. I like mine better, Janine. Amanda, let me know how it goes if you pick some up. Ooh, that's thick. This side's not quite dry. I don't know if you can see the shine on there. Okay, almost got it. This crackle, you don't have to be very neat with your painting, so, because you won't even be able to tell. All right. Do I have everything painted? I do. Done with that brush. Put that away. Wipe my fingers off again. I'm going to dry this a little bit and then we'll put it together. And hi Tammy, Fusion DIY. Hi Megan, my daughter Megan's on here. Hi sweetheart. So I'm going to dry this a little bit so that we can put this frame together. This is the small one that I did earlier with the crackle. So you can see the kickstand that's going to go in the back and how it operates. And I put spacers, that was the word, Amanda, spacers. I put the spacers in this one also so that the smaller piece, let me grab it real quick, the smaller insert, see how this just kind of sets right in there. If I get in there straight, see how that sets in? It's kind of recessed just a little bit so that it's not so easy to fall out. You could also well, I was going to say you could probably slide it up if you wanted to, like that, to get it out. But I worked on that one earlier today just to make sure that the spacers were going to work right. I want to pull that out of there. Come out. I have the smaller Connie papers of the pumpkins as well, so this will fit into that smaller frame that I just showed you too. Messed it up. I'm going to dry this just a little bit. Hi Megan, don't get in trouble, you're working. Thanks Amanda. Amanda, did you do the pumpkin yet? Are the frames expensive to cut? Well, the cost of material, depending on what you're buying for your material, will determine if it's expensive. Hi Fusion DIY, thanks for joining. So yeah, it depends. Whatever, I'm the boss. It depends on what kind of material you're buying. This is a 5mm or a 1/4 inch underlayment is what I've been using, and it's not too expensive. We buy it in the 4x8 sheets. So, and then Chris rips them down for me to fit into the X tool. But I need to find a better source for my wood. I'm not happy with this. It's okay, but it's got glue spots in it that I have to struggle and work around, and I don't like that. So yeah, I need to find a better source for my wood that I use. That's already dry. That's dry. Just have a little spot here that's not dry. Oh, is Fusion DIY Elisa? Hi Elisa. Sorry, live brain. I'm going to use that excuse for everything with Chris now. I'm sorry, I got a live brain. I think I can get away with it. Okay. So I'm going to turn this over and I'm going to bring in the spacers that I have created for this. these will go along the very edge of the backboard. So you want to put your bottom piece down first. They will not match up correctly with the angles because of the way that I created them. But they touch at the corners, which is, they can. They'll be covered in the corners, so you won't be able to tell. So I'm going to use my stick fast medium. I really suggest getting the thick, but when I ordered this, I thought I was getting thick, and I must have misread it. Medium works fine too, but the thick is easier to work with smaller pieces because it's not as runny, obviously. So what I'm doing is I'm lining it up down at the bottom of my backer frame, and I'm just going to hold that there for a few seconds until the CA glue sets. Sets pretty quickly, so. Yep, that's you. Hi, Elisa. Okay, well, you're going to have to help me, Amanda, because I have questions on the website. You don't have to help me, but I would be most appreciative if you would. Okay, and then the same thing with this one. I'm going to line it up on the edge here, but I'm going to bring this point down so it's at the bottom of this piece here, so it kind of lines up right there at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it there. And make sure it's right up against the edge. I moved it. There we go. And then hold that down for a minute. You probably have answers. Thank you. And then the same with this side. And it looks like I'm putting a lot of CA glue on there. I'm just kind of dragging it along. You don't need a lot. If you put too much, it's going to take longer to set. It could also stick to your fingers, and this doesn't come off as easily as super glue does. Ask me how I know. Almost there. And then after we get this, we'll put the frame on the front of it. So this is going to go on top here. Now the only thing that's going to be touching this is the spacers that I made. If I didn't have the spacers, then I could put the CA glue all the way around this, because then it would line up with the back. But with the spacers, you just need the CA glue on the spacers. And I'm really not putting much. I'm smearing it is what I'm doing, so that it'll have more contact. And what I suggest is lifting it up and putting it to where it's flush on your surface, and you can tell that it's flush on the sides. And then just hold it in there until it sets. Did the back get messed up because it wasn't quite dry? Okay. You can use clamps if you want. You can use wood glue if you want and clamp it. I would suggest Titebond. Quick and thick. this is the Tight Bond Quick and Thick, and I like to put it in a little squeeze bottle from Dollar Tree, because that Tight Bond bottle, I don't know if you guys have ever tried to squeeze that thing, but it is tough. And it doesn't dry out in this little one. It can dry out so quickly in the big bottle. And you gotta pull out these great big dried sections. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the front. Now we're going to attach the kickstand. This kickstand kind of looks like a spindle. CA is, but it's a higher grade super glue. It's a it has, I don't know, CA stands for something specific, and I couldn't tell you what it stands for, but it's a higher grade super glue. The CA, how does the CA compare to the Tight Bond? The Tight Bond is a wood glue. So if you're gluing two raw pieces of wood together, like I was just then, you could use the Tight Bond, and it embeds it into, from what I understand, it embeds it into like the fibers of the wood to really seal them together. The CA glue does that as well, but it does it much quicker. The Tight Bond is just a longer dry time, so I would have to clamp that and just walk away for 20 minutes or so. It looks like a snowman. Yeah, it is. It says it is an industrial grade. It does say that it is a stronger. It's made in the United States. So the little snowman hat brim, I guess you can call it, they will go into these little, you get two of these, and so it goes in here, and it will spin, right? So it holds your spindle. These go down inside of the cutouts of this, so it will go. Let's see if I can do this up in the air. These will fit down in here. Like that. Can you see that? Except they're going to be flush with the back plate. And then they set down. Can you see that? And then they set down onto the back. So I'm going to line it up here. I want it in the center as much as I can get it. I'm going to hold this here and stand it up and see if that's going to be, that's about the length that I want it to be. You can lower this down here. Can you see that? Can you see what I'm doing? You can lower this down, and it'll be less of a angle. So I could put it right there, and it would stand at that angle like that. If I raise it up higher, it's going to kick out farther before the top part hits and stops it. I don't know if any of that made sense, but yeah, the spindle does look like a snowman. I agree. So I think that was about where I wanted it. So I'm going to turn it this way. I hope you guys can see. And I'm just going to take my pencil and I'm going to draw a line around this corner so I know where that corner goes. And I'm going to draw a line around this corner to give myself a bit of a reference point. Now you want to make sure you have all of this put together before you glue it in, because once you get these two little round side parts in, you won't be able to put your snowman brim hat in there. So you want to have it all together, and then you just pick it up and you put the glue. I put it on the little round eye hooks first, and then some all around there. Now I'm going to line it back up as best as I can get it. And I'm going to hold it down. And then hopefully it all stays. Makes perfect sense? Good. Amanda, have you done those pumpkins yet? I'd love to see a picture. I know it's, you know, you've only been home a few days. I don't know how much time you have to craft. Okay. And voila! Yay! It worked! Okay. You want to see what it looks like with this in there? It just sets right in like that. I'm not done yet. We're going to do a glaze over the top to kind of tone down that Sunday is your crafting day. Yeah, I bet you're really busy too. I'm going to do a glaze over this to tone down that white a little bit. I want it a little more dingy. So let's start on the back in case it doesn't work. I always get nervous using antiquing glaze. So I'm going to use the Fusion antiquing glaze. Thanks, Janine. Thanks, Amanda. Thanks, April. I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use a little bit of a baby wipe. I'm going to pour some in this little butter pat that I have. And we'll see what it looks like. Oh, yes. Yes, I like that. What do you think? Does that look better? Yep, I like that a lot. I am going to use just this and dab it. What you want, Luna? I think she wants to go out. We have both June and Luna are female dogs. And then next door we have a couple of male dogs, and they do not like each other. The boys do not like the girls do not like the boys. And it's the only one, I mean, we have dogs all around us back there, but it's just the two boys next door that if Luna hears them outside, she just goes nuts. Okay, note to self, I should probably antique this piece before I put it down because it's a little tedious to get in there. But it'll be okay. Oh, one of your grandpuppies is named Luna? boys are bullies, aren't they, Janine? Don't tell Chris I said that. Yeah, I think this antiquing glaze is a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, looking good. April, do you have a booth? Amanda, I can't remember if you said that you had a booth either. Do you guys sell your crafts or online or? Yeah, Janine, I didn't want Jim on here because he is a bully. Tell him I love him though, okay? All right, let's get the front. You're doing craft fairs through the fall, April? That's great. I really wanted to. I retired from my full-time job of 16 years in July with the intention of doing craft fairs. I just didn't have I didn't have a tent or canopy. I didn't have enough product to put together. I knew that I was going to be up in Wisconsin, and I didn't have a POS system, you know, all of that stuff. So I kept putting it off, and so this winter, after the Christmas holiday season, and we start back up in April with all of the craft fairs, I will be involved. My daughter Megan, who was on here a few minutes ago. Oh no, Jim's here. I love you, Jim. It's not me. Your wife said you're a bully. Well, not you, but. Hi, Connie. How you doing? Guess what I used tonight? And I'm all done with the antiquing glaze. And now we can put it together. So this is what we decoupaged onto the insert for this frame. And then we went around the edge with the DIY dark wax. And then this is the frame that I cut out on my laser. And I put in some spacers so that the insert would sit in there nicely. I'll go back around. I know it was messy. I was going pretty quick on the edges. So I'll go back around and clean up the edges. But this just sits right in there. Like that. And then you have a nice little frame. Jim and Janine, you guys have me in stereo. Okay. So this is an interchangeable. You can pop it out by pushing, you know, through the hole. It just pops right back out of here. Like this. So you can get different inserts, put different decoupage or pictures or rice paper, and then you have the one frame, and you just interchange them. So there we go. And thank you, Connie, for this paper. Can you tell us, Connie, which paper this is? Because what the heck, that is a beautiful paper, isn't it? I cannot remember the name of this, and I don't want to say the wrong name. So, right? Wonder who made it. Yeah. Too much, Cindy. So once I get my website up and running, our website up and running, mine, ours, we, I, it's all the same, right? With Chris and I. Once I get that up and running, I will have these frames on there for sale, if anybody wants one. And then you can revert back to this picture or this video and see how to put it together. Pumpkin stack with spiders, just like it looks. Okay. Pumpkin stack with spiders. Thank you. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. This is my second live video on Facebook, and I've had a wonderful time. I can't believe I've been on here for almost an hour and a half, and time flies when you're having fun. Thanks again so much for joining me, and I'll be back here next Thursday night at 6:30 Central. Hope to see you then. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.